As I talk with people, I hear a lot about suffering. And so, as I've studied through the years, through all of my experience, I realize that suffering arises when we resist what is, clinging instead to a limited perspective shaped by our ego, our fears. And that true freedom from suffering begins the moment we accept life as it unfolds, allowing ourselves to see beyond our limiting limitations. I look at the people suffering in relationships. And I say, why am I blessed? Why am I blessed to be in such a great relationship? My wife and I today are celebrating 52 years of marriage. We're happy in that marriage. And I really do believe the fact is we accept each other as we are. We've given up the idea that our partner needs to change to be the way we want them to be, to do what we want them to do. And as I've talked about many, many times, I believe the purpose of a relationship is where two people live together, share life together, giving each other perfect freedom to be their authentic selves. And by giving them that freedom, they each support and grow each other, share and have fun. To me, I can't think of a better reason to be in a relationship, whether it be with a life partner, whether it be with my sons, my granddaughter, with my friends. Wouldn't you want to be around people that gave you freedom instead of what? Limitation? Yeah. The second you put limitation, rules around relationship, you're setting yourself up for suffering. You're setting yourself up for suffering. When you want someone to do the way you want it to do because you know it's right, you know what? You're not going to change them. They're going to do what they're going to do, and you don't have any input in it. I don't care who they are. Think about when a kid's 2 years old. What is the first thing it learns to say? Probably the first word out of its mouth is no. Why? Because the child wants the freedom to choose for itself. Now, I'm not saying you let the child at two. They don't know what's right. They haven't formed any type of basis, cognitive function where they can discern for themselves what's right or wrong. But the idea of freedom, man, that's at the core of all of our being, isn't it? And when we don't feel free, what do we feel? We suffer. Now, here's the big question. Who puts the greatest limitations on us? If you're not looking in the mirror, pointing the finger right at yourself, you better rethink it. You're the one who limits you because you're the only one who creates your expectations. You're the only one who creates what they're attached to. You're the only one. So the only thing you have to change to get out of suffering is you. Tell you a secret. You have the power to do that. And you have only the power to do that. You can't change anyone else. That's an illusion of the ego that thinks we're all here with freedom. Why don't we honor that? Let's accept that about each other. Now, you may not like what people do, and I'm not saying you have to like it. That's not the same thing. Accepting and liking are very different things. There are people that do things that I don't like. Guess what? I limit their time in my life, if any at all. I get to choose who I surround myself with. I love the statement that a lot of the great inspirational speakers talk about. You want to know how wealthy someone is? Who are the five people you hang around with the most? You want to know how healthy your relationships are? Who are the five people you hang around with the most? Because it's the like energy. I want to hang around with people who have unlimited views, people who believe in possibility, people who are seeking to expand. I was at the bank yesterday making a deposit, and there's a young bank teller there. I mean, early 20s. And he's heard that I've been in hypnotism school. And he was saying, "What am I doing today?" And I said, I'm getting things ready. I'm starting a new business. He looked at me and he said, at 73, you're starting a new business? I said, what better time to start a new business than now? I'm not about retiring. Retiring means dying to me. I'm about living my life to the fullest. I don't consider the business I'm doing anything but joy and love. Here's a key thing, and supporting others. I believe our greatest joy is using our unique gifts in support of others. Man, when you've got that going on, life is not work. Life is a joy. Remember, the power to see the world and how you see the world is with you. You can start today by changing and seeing that you're unlimited, and we can start acting like that. Much love.